Hello and welcome back to the Wikipedia assignment. We are nearing the end. This week we are on week 11. Hopefully you know how to navigate to week 11 by now. And once you get there, you will notice that we are working on our final article and considering submitting our work for the Did You Know extra credit. So for the final article, it is your final week to develop your article. So please go back through this editing Wikipedia page 15 and it will give you a final checklist before completing your assignment. That checklist is your friend. It's very helpful. Let's have a look. Please click on it. And this is the final review. Go through this checklist. It's only there to help you. Have a look at these suggestions. So is the title short and simple? Is the first sentence direct and useful? Go through this checklist right here. This is the last little appendix for cheat sheet on the code, but this page 15 is your checklist. Please go over that and make sure that your article meets those requirements. And don't forget, you can ask us for help at any time. This is the last week. It's time to start wrapping up this assignment. You can also consider submitting your work for the Did You Know. If your work meets the Did You Know requirements and you submit it, you will be given 3% extra credit on this assignment. So let's go over Did You Know. So for new articles or qualifying expansions of stubs, that's what we did, was expand stubs. You can compose a one-sentence hook and nominate it for the Did You Know, and then monitor the nomination for any issues identified by other editors. So Wiki Education staff can provide support for this process. You can go to the Get Help and say that you want to nominate your article for Did You Know, and they will help as well. So this is just a little PDF about Did You Know submissions. Please go through it. Eligibility for the Did You Know is it has at least 1,500 characters. It was created or expanded fivefold, no more than 7 days ago. It has reliable sources as references, including inline citations to the facts mentioned in your hook. And it conforms to the core policies that have been listed. So this is the nomination procedure. To nominate an article, you're going to follow the instructions at this page here. We're going to open it. And here's the template. This page is to nominate fresh articles in the Did You Know section. So you click Nominate an Article. And you would add your article name. Here's the hook. I'm going to open this again here in a different tab so we can go over. Excuse me. So Did You Know? So we open that up. We click Nominate an Article. We're going to type our article name. Its status, we're going to say it was expanded fivefold. And it should have no more than 200 characters. You're going to write this hook. So did you know? So did you know that the Office of Noise Abatement and Control is responsible for fighting noise pollution in the United States? So my topic is social theory. So I would say, did you know? And I would write a hook about something about social theory. So in the How to Post a New Nomination section, you're going to enter the title of your article. So mine would be Social Theory. Excuse me. So here, Social Theory. I'd select it. I would write the hook. So did you know that, we'd go through it, status, the source, edit the section of the nomination page for the date the article was created or expanded, not the day it was nominated. So what was the day that you expanded it within the last week? Fivefold. And then you're going to add the completed nomination to the top section, to the top of the section using the code Did You Know known nominations and then the article of our title. So I'm not going to do that because I don't want to actually submit my Did You Know? But if you need extra help with this process, please get in touch with me or Wikipedia experts. They can walk you through it if this is a little bit confusing. Um, Other editors will see your hook and either recommend that your article or suggest some changes, and check back on your nomination over the next few days to see if a problem was flagged or fixed. Once your article has been improved, check the queue to see when it will appear on the main page. So that is potential for the Did You Know? Again, if it meets the requirements, so it has to meet the requirements listed here. Excuse me. So it has to meet the requirements of Did You Know eligibility to be submitted. If it meets those requirements, whether or not it's accepted, you will get 3% extra credit. But again, it has to be at least 1,500 characters. You have to have expanded it at least fivefold, no more than a week ago. It has reliable sources and references, including an inline citation to the facts mentioned in your hook, and that it conforms to the Wikipedia principles. So please make sure that it meets those criteria before submitting a nomination. Please note that if you decide to submit the Did You Know, it is under the Assignments tab. So if you go to Assignments on Canvas and you go to the Did You Know submission, again, it's extra credit, completely voluntary, and it does not require submission. Again, it will be tracked on Wiki Dashboard, and this just kind of goes over what we just talked about for the requirements for Did You Know. So any submission to Did You Know that meets these requirements will be given a 3% extra credit, and that is due April 2nd at 11:59. So if that is something you'd like to do, please make sure it's in by that deadline. And then otherwise, I don't know how I lost my dashboard. There we go. Otherwise, I believe that is it for the week. Let's just double check. We're going to go back to our timeline. Week 11. Yes, that is it for this week. So next week will be our final week. Please make sure that you are working on your articles, you're finishing up, you're considering submitting to the Did You Know if it's of interest to you. And I will see you again next week.